Hola, como estas? That's the theme for today. I'm sexy and I know it. Those pull-ups have seen better days. I don't know if those are pull-ups or regular draws, but they've seen better days. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. And if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Today's episode, not high energy. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. But we're gonna get into what's going on with the show. First and foremost, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Of course, it is Wednesday. Y'all know what that means. Hunch day. We in here hunching. Stroke. Just different hunch types. Depends on what your hunch is, what kind of facial expressions you make when you hunch. You spend your whole life. We'll get into it. First of all, man, first thing I do on this show is I speak to people. That's what I do. If I ain't sleep with you, I speak with you. So let me get on in here and speak to some folk real quick, man. The first three people, of course, win medals for coming in and speaking. Winning the bronze this morning is Miss Jennifer Williams, her amazing son PJ, and her amazing husband PS. Winning the silver medal, of course, on a hunch day is nobody but Trouble Marche. Hunch Day Marche. It all rhymes. Hunch Day Marche. Hunch Marche, Marche Hunch Day. That's what she does. And winning the gold this morning, Kim Cat Thomas Jones is in the building. Good morning, Wilberta. Crystal Sex Appeal is in here this morning. Lynette Smith with all the O's. She's chopping them O's. She's in here this morning. Christina Crystal Waters is in here. Shannon, good morning. Dolores, good morning. Joyce, good morning. Sandra's in the building. Good morning, Katrina. Shannon is in here this morning. Jennifer, good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well on today's Hunch Day. Y'all know what it is. It's Hunch Day. I'm sexy and I know it. Doom, 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 doom. So let me get into a couple of things. We're gonna move through this show. My voice is not on sexy this morning. That's not what I'm going for. I'm not going for sexy. First of all, let's just talk about how much weight I need to lose. I need to lose enough weight that my chair doesn't have ED, that my chair doesn't have erectile dysfunction. My chair can't stay up to save its life. It starts up, but once I put all this on it, once I put this on my chair, we slowly start going down. The hydraulics ain't meant for that. I need a chair with car hydraulics. Whatever it is that make cars bounce up and down, that's what I need to put in my chair. Because my chair can't handle it. Right? It starts off well. But after a little while, I just noticed myself, and it's sneaky in its go down. It goes down sneaky. Huh? Ladies, I guess that's what y'all need. Y'all need one of those in your life. Somebody that'll go down sneaky. That's what the chair does. The chair, next thing you know, it's here. But it goes down so slowly that you barely notice that it's going down. And the next thing you know is it's down there. So you don't even know that it's going down. See, that's what's going on with my hand right now. My hand has constantly been going down, but because of all these other things, you ain't even really noticed that it's going down. Sometimes you need a smooth criminal. That's what my chair is. It goes down silently. That's what they do on all the movies. If you ever watch the movie, there's never no noise, no rah-rah about it. The go down is like the chair. 1 minute you up on the kiss, and the next minute you just see you're up here, and the next minute you just, that's all that happens. You see what happened there? You see the difference there? See that? That go down. We got to do something about the go down. But today, my energy level is off. My energy level is off, and there's a reason why. What up, though? I realized some things. Them little swimmers. That's what those were. These right here. These underpants here. I don't know what part of what country it is. I'm assuming Africa. And there's a joy in their face after they've been playing in the dirt all day. But these right here, these draws, I've seen better days. Them draw. I would give money just to get them some better pull-ups. They tight, they small, they dirty, but you get ready to get in there. That's the joy of being a child. Because you don't even care. You out here in the dirtiest draws possible. Then that's it. No pants, no shirt, just draws. Use them for everything. These is all purpose draws. These is overwear. They're not even underwear no more. We wearing these on the top. You just out here in draws and you don't care. That's what you don't even care. You just out here. Anyway, I'm tired this morning because I realized something about my life. I realized there are days where I realize why I went to college. Regardless of the debt that college leaves you in, well, it didn't leave me in any, but the debt that college leaves you in, the amount of work you gotta do, the hungry nights, the eating oodles and noodles that you cooked on the heating system, all of that. Well, see, we did all of that. These new kids ain't got to do all that kind of stuff. New kids don't have to do that stuff. We had to make our oodles and noodles. We didn't have no microwave. Might have been one microwave for the whole dorm downstairs. And if you didn't want to go all the way downstairs to get them, you just got you some hot water. And we had the little heater in there. You had the heater. You just close those oodles and noodles up. You put them on top of the heater, and you hope for the best. You know, you hope those oodles and noodles did what they could. You hope the water in the bathroom was hot enough to make your noodles melt. You know, sometimes, ladies, y'all don't understand. That's what happened to you. You know, you got too much warmth. It's like oodles and noodles. Go in there solid. You know, and if you put them in the juice, and the juice is too warm, you got nothing. It's gonna shrink it up. Don't have it too hot in there. Keep it at a moderate temperature, because you oodles and noodles can't stand the oodles and noodles. Go in, rock hard. That ramen solid. Once you put it in there, once you dip it in the water and you leave it in there, sit up. You leave it in there. What happened to the noodle? The noodle go. Noodle go. It's like oodles and noodles. It's like, think of it as a oodle or noodle. Think of it as one giant ramen noodle. I got one giant ramen noodle. You put that into the moisture. That what happened. La Shaunda said it better. Limp noodle. You end up with a limp noodle. Noodle softens because you put it into the moisture. If you don't put it in, if it's not too moist, you don't have enough water, and then you don't have a lot of water. Stay the noodle stay noodle. The noodle stay noodled. You don't lose no noodle. Your noodle stay noodleating. And that's what you want. You want your noodle to keep noodleating. But that's not what we're here for. I realized why I went to college. It's not to learn how to keep my noodle. They don't teach you. They don't teach you noodleation. Now you can practice on noodleations. You can practice on being strong with your noodle. You can get your noodle work down while in college. Is what you look on. Some noodles just not built for the moisture, and that's just true. Sometimes you're gonna end up al dente. Sometimes you want to be like a ziti noodle. See, the ziti noodle. You put the ziti noodle in there, it still maintains its shape and character. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you need to be like a ziti noodle. You're not what you were when you went into the moisture, but your shape is there, and you just hope for the best. You hope for no slippage. So that's the key. That's the key. As long as you stay in there, and she got a grip on it, it's gonna stay the same. And you can make moderate movements. That's what you hope for. You hope to be a ziti noodle. You don't want to be a ramen noodle. You want to be a ziti noodle. You want to stay in there. That ziti noodle stay in there. Maintain its shape. It may not have its density, but the shape will stay. You feel me? That's what you want. Ziti. Stay in shape. And then hopefully the moisture do what it needs to do around the noodle. And you can just stay there. You know, once you become that ziti noodle, you stay in shape. When they start moving around, if it's slippage, you ain't getting back in. That ziti noodle get outside the pot. See, because you got to maintain the strength and you got to maintain the strength to get back into the pot. So you can have the look, but not the strength. If you ain't got the strength, you can't get back in. You're gonna try to get back into the pot, and you're just gonna be, you're gonna be here. We're talking about cooking this morning, GG, on a Wednesday. Wednesday morning, we're talking about cooking. So last night, again, I realized why I went to college. It wasn't about the noodle work why I went into college. Went to college because I realized I knew what kind of jobs I was prepared for later on in life. I knew what kind of jobs I was prepared for later in life. And I knew last night proved again that I'm not ready to be in the service industry. Last night proved to me one more time that I'm not ready. So my lodge participated in a fundraising event. We out there raising funds for the lodge. And what we did was we worked a concession stand at the Norfolk Tides baseball game. If you're not familiar with the Norfolk Tides are a team located in Norfolk, Virginia. They're a AAA baseball affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. The AAA baseball affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. What they do is they offer community service. If you got a group that needs to make money for your group, you can get your group together and you can work at one of the concession stands at the game. You can work at one of the concession stands at the game. And that's what we did. We worked at the concession stand at the game. So you can be the person out there selling hamburgers or hot dogs. So a lot of times when y'all go to these baseball games stuff at a AAA affiliate, sometimes even at a pro game, the people working the concession stands, not even real workers. They just a group that volunteered to come and work in a concession stand. So you giving them all that trouble, and they don't even work here. So I decided to take my group and we were going to go in there and we was going to work last night. 4 of us volunteered to work at the concession stand. Now, we had one stand and we only sold 2 things at our stand. Only thing we sold at our stand was beer and peanuts. Beer and peanuts. So I was out there last night selling my peanuts. Now, that doesn't happen a lot. They instantly turned me into a hoe. I was out there selling my peanuts for money. I'm like, hey, y'all can get all of this peanuts. Get these peanuts while you can. Huh? Get these nuts. Selling my nuts. I'm out there, got my nuts for sale. Come get them. $4.50 per nuts. Selling them for $4.50. $4.50 you can get these nuts. Low price nuts. I won't asking for the world for my nuts. $4.50. Now, I'm sorry. We had 3 things. We had popcorn, nuts, and beer. Right? And you said that won't a whole lot, right? You say to yourself, well, that ain't a lot. That should have been easy work. Here's the problem. Last night, Tuesdays is $2 beer night. Tuesday is $2 beer night. Now, ain't nobody haggled me for my nuts. They took my nuts, whatever. However I gave them my nuts, they took it. They were just like, this what it is, this what it is. People go into those arenas. See, there's an arena. You got to know your value is sometimes based on where you at. Your nuts sometimes may only be worth $1. They want more than $1 worth of nuts. But based on where I was at, I was able to raise the price of my nuts exponentially. You can get these dollar nuts for $4.50. I walked to the Dollar Tree, same nuts, $1. Well, $1.25. But because of my location and people are expecting to pay more for these nuts, $4.50. That's the whole thing, lady. Some of y'all just in the wrong location. You trying to figure out why you're not getting what you feel like you deserve because where you locating yourself at. Because of where you locate yourself at. You try to figure out why you can't find no high value man or why a man treats you a certain way when you go to this particular spot. It's because they're not expecting to find nothing of value in there. Your location is the key. If you hanging out at low level clubs, expect the men to come in there expecting you to be low level. You step yourself up a little bit, they're going to treat you a little bit different. I'm a treat a woman you meet in the library a little bit different than the one you treat in the strip club. It be the same peaches. Peaches could be in the strip club and be peaches, or she could be in the library and be peaches. I'm gonna treat her different when I see her in that library than the strip club. I'm gonna treat you differently in Lisa's than I am in Cooper's Hawk. They both locations where you go to drink. But I'm gonna treat you a little bit differently if I meet you in Lisa's than if I meet you at Cooper's Hawk. It's your location. Sometimes your location determines the value of your nuts. Fellas, have your nuts in the right place. People are gonna expect you to be worth a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. Your location is your key. Location is the key to the value of your nuts. Put your nuts in the right place, they become more valuable. Bad nut location is horrible. All the way around. When you put your nuts in the wrong place, bad all the way around. It's all about your location. Wherever you locate your nuts is where your value comes. You got to work on it. But back to my story. $2 Tuesdays. The bill was $2. Here's the whole thing about it. Now, it can flip sometimes. Let me explain something to you. We had 3 different beers at our cart. That's all. Well, we had some cans. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I was reading a comment. We had canned beer. Canned beer canned beer was $14.50, $15 a can. $15 for one can of beer. And they had like 3 different types of beer in a can. Nobody bought any of those. Now we had 2 beers. We had Angry Orchard and Samuel Adams. They were down on this side. Those were like $12 for a draft beer. But then we had Bush with all the H's. It was Bush. Bush beer was $2 a cup. The $2 beer line was through the roof. People were buying $2 beer that didn't even like Bush. They was like, here you go. People rarely bought the other 2 beers, and the canned beer really wasn't get bought. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. Put a value on your Bush to get better results. You could see the different type of people that was going down there to get the $15 can and the other one. They were people who knew what they wanted, they knew what they liked, and they weren't gonna settle for bad Bush. See, when you cheapen your Bush, anybody can now anybody's available for it, and anybody can get to your Bush. See, I kept my nuts in a different place. What else, sir? The value of the nuts was high, right? Not everybody get to them. The Bush was $2. The line was through the roof for the Bush. Everybody wanted the $2 Bush. The $2 Bush was low quality, but the line was long. Now, everybody else could have been upset. The other beers could have been upset. The other beers could have been upset. The canned beer could have been upset. The Angry Orchard and the Samuel Adams could have been upset because won't nobody trying to holler at them. Because that right down there was a $2 Bush. Everybody was trying to get a little bit of that $2 Bush. Here's what you got to know. You got to know when you cheapen yourself like that, the line gonna be long, but the quality is bad. Make yourself a canned beer. You're not accessible to everybody. That's what you want to be. You want to be the canned beer. Don't be out there being cheap, Bush. You out there and see, here's the thing. Sometimes some of y'all are canned beer. You might not be the highest quality, which was the canned beer. You might be the next one, which was the one on tap. And you look at your line and you be like, why my line ain't long? And you almost want to make yourself $2 a cup too. You almost want to lower the price of your Bush to where you can get the long line too. Don't do it. Don't cheapen your Bush. I mean, people were taking that Bush just cause they were like, they just was finding reasons to like. They were just finding reasons to like the Bush. They're like, well, it is cold. It's cheap. It's $2. We'll be back over and over again. They came back, and what you end up with? A bunch of drunks and cheap people in line for your bush. Meanwhile, the classy people were down there enjoying all the other stuff. Determine the value of your bush, ladies. Determine it. Determine the value. Are you gonna have cheap bush? Let me know what your bush is worth. Show them your bush value. We did it for nuts. Nuts won't even on sale. Nuts never cheapen themselves. Nuts decided to make themselves overinflated. You overinflated the price of nuts. And people still bought the nuts. Nobody even asked how much my nuts were. They just were ready to pay whatever it took to get my nuts. They're like, I'll have 2 of the cheap beers, and may I also have your nuts? I was like, absolutely. Here you go. Get my nuts. Price was high on them nuts, but they bought them. But there you go with the low bush. Get your bush prices up. So after going through that, I realized that standing there, we started working and probably we got there like 4:30 for the pre-work. The game started at 6:30, so they started letting people in about 5:30. From 5:30 to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 5:30 to 9 o'clock is when we worked. That's 4 hours, 3.5 hours. I ain't never felt this harsh before. My entire body was on fire. My back was hurting, my knees, my ankles, part of my Achilles tendon was hurting. They worked us out there. You hear me? You know how they worked us out there. I realized this is why I went to college. That's why I went to college. Because I couldn't take it. It was too much. My ankles hurt. I won't prepare. Now, if you're gonna be out there selling your nuts in your bush, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for the recourse. You got to be prepared for the recourse. You out there selling your nuts in your bush all cheap. Just know your body ain't gonna be able to handle it. Your body ain't gonna be right. You went down there, the wine cellars and stuff, they were doing fine. They weren't working like we was working. Oh, those selling those nuts in that bush. Complete beatdown. Complete nutter. Head for the mountains of bush. Man, the line, if you could have seen, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, what's so crazy. They had the nerve to put a limit on how much bush you could get at a time. 1 per hand. Everybody got 2 hands, boom. And I told them, if you pull out a third one, I'm definitely not gonna get it to you. People bringing in people, and I think some people were just bringing people who don't even drink, just so they could get more hands. They were like, hey, you drink? No. Can you just come with me to the beer line so I can get more? So they were like, let me get 4 beers. And I had to be like, you got 2 people? Yeah, I got this guy. Can the baby count? No, the baby doesn't count. The baby has to be able to carry the beer. I can't sell beer to a baby under 21 months. Baby got to be at least 21 months and able to hold it. Because babies are stupid. Babies can't even hold his head up. How you gonna get a baby a beer? Now the baby gonna have the beer, his head gonna be flopping around, and the beer gonna be all over the place. You can't trust babies with beer. You can't trust a baby with a beer. Double fisting. Yeah, that one lady came up in. She came up. That's how she ordered it. That lady walked up and I was offended. She was like, double fist me. And I was like, wait a minute, ma'am. I'm just here to sell concessions. I don't participate in that type of activity. I'm a full-fledged virgin. I showed her my card and everything. I said, I can't double fist you, ma'am. I don't even know who's about that life. Ladies, and this will be it. We gonna be out because I need to get some rest. Who's about that? Who wants this happening to them? Who's able to get down here and who this? What in the Grand Canyon do you have going on in your life? What in the third universe? What in the multiverse? That, first, who's able to get one in there? You this will having a whole baby. That's a baby head. Who's doing this? I'm just watching my son walk through the house. Oh, listen. You can't babies are dumb. You can't trust a baby with nuts. They not know. They not gonna they throwing your nuts all over the place. They just gonna abuse your nuts. You're not standing no chance with a baby. You get a baby, your nuts, they going all over the place. Yeah, babies just can't have babies are dumb. Babies are overall the dumbest of all creatures. Baby humans, other baby animals, other baby animals are born in the wild. They get about 2 to 3 days to learn how to live. Baby humans, it takes them 18 years. You take a baby horse, that baby horse got 4 5 hours to learn how to horse. Baby horses don't take all day. A baby lion, they get that baby lion 3 months. You better know how to hunt. Or you finna die. Baby humans, 18 years. 18 years. It take you 18 years to teach a baby human how to be a human right. And then usually that 18 years ain't even enough. When you really think about it, 18-year-olds don't know nothing. Well, imagine if it took an elephant 18 years to learn how to elephant. Other animals get it quick. They learn it fast. Not us. When a baby giraffe is born, by the time it hit the ground, it done learned how to giraffe. That's how much time it got. They got time to come out. I know how to giraffe now. You see how long it take baby humans to learn how to walk? Months. It take baby humans months to learn how to walk. And we proud of our baby human for learning how to walk in a year. Look, my baby human can walk. It's been a year. Look at him. He walking already. He's a baby human. I'm not giving you credit for learning how to walk in a year. Baby humans are dumb. Little baby dogs come out. Little baby dogs don't crawl for the first year. That little baby dog gets up. You move the mama across the room, that baby dog learns how to walk across the room and go get something to eat. Not baby humans. If you don't go and pick up a baby human, it won't even eat. They ain't even bright enough to get to the food source. Baby human just lay there. Well, that's it. And then the mama walks over or gives the bottle and do something. Somebody walks over to that baby and helps that baby. Baby ain't even bright enough to move. They're like, they lay there. Every other animal in the wild would die. That baby go find the milk source. And not baby, no, baby humans are dumb. Baby humans, scum of the earth. Baby humans can't. They are useless. And that's what this gets you. That's what that gets you. A baby human. And now what you gonna do with it? 18 years. At least you got at least 18 years to try to get that baby right. 18 years. Here you go. They cute though. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some babies are slightly irregular. No, sir. Let me say something. Every other animal come out looking like what it's gonna look like. They come out looking like what they're gonna look like. Baby humans, they go through a lot of stuff. You don't want to call the baby ugly, but that baby is different in appearance. What you gotta let them know. You be like, look at my baby. I'd be like, I'd rather not. If that's okay, I just ate. And that ain't that baby there. hopefully it grows into something. You can't just be like, oh, all babies. No, sir. That baby factory, they be having some odd shifts. Sometimes God put the wrong person in charge of babies. Sometimes, and sometimes it get low. Like a lot of angels will call out. A lot of angels will call out, and then they leave you with somebody, and you be like, oh, man, he not really good at baby making. That ain't his strength. Like he more of a keep people safe angel. But you put him on babies, and now he in there, he trying to get it right. He don't get the ratios right, so the head is all off compared to the rest of the body. It's just a lot. It's always one angel that really ain't go through training. He skipped that part of training that day. I think angels had the same thing as humans. You know how some humans is really good at one thing? Some angels, they just be like, I'm a fill-in angel. I don't normally do babies. I don't know how this works. And so he throw in a whole lot of stuff. He just be like, baby just be out. The baby just be out of control. That baby look like bad angel. And that's what you got to say as a parent when your baby come out. You know your baby don't look good. You just look at it be like bad angel, bad angel. A lot of times God won't let you stay. Maybe God won't let you stay in that level of ugly. God will do some things to make you look better. Like sometimes you need to gain weight. Sometimes the weight will come in. Oh yeah, when they don't get the eyes right, the sometimes the angel will put a left eye in the right socket. That's all it is. They ain't reading the back. You ain't reading the back because they labeled. You know, they label left, right. They got an L and an R. And sometimes he'll put the wrong one in. Like you get one that's dyslexic. The dyslexic angels got to work too. So they'll put the eyes in the wrong socket so the baby's eyes don't work the right way. It's a lot that happens. But God, he'll fix it out later. And sometimes it take a while for him to get to all of the returns. It's like Walmart. You get the returns, and you seen everybody's been in Walmart and they got that cart to restock. You got a restock cart. They don't always put stuff right back where it's supposed to be. Sometimes that's what God will do. Sometimes he'll see that your baby came out the wrong way. And it's a line though. He got a lot of babies he got to fix. And so it take him 12, 13, 14, 32 years before he can get to your baby and get your baby looking right. It takes a long time, but then he'll get them right. So you just got to reshop, baby. You just let people know, hey, my baby is going through a reshop process. It's gonna be okay sooner or later. And then sometimes the angels mess around and get the baby way too much cute early, and then it wear off. They give them a level of cute they ain't gonna be able to maintain. That's the thing. Sometimes you get a fancy car. Fancy car is fine, but you don't have the money to keep up with the stuff. The light bulb, if a light go out, that costs you $400. Or the tires cost $800. So you can't really keep up that good car. A lot of times people get babies. A lot of times people get babies that come out super cute, but they won't supposed to get all that cute. And so God will like, hey, who had this one? Baby number 4 times XYZ ZW236. The VIN number. Look at the VIN number on that baby. You see the specifications I gave you for that baby, and you added way too much cute. So now that cute gonna diminish over the years. And that's how it's gonna go. So they start off super cute. But by the time they get 16, 17, all of it's gone. And sometimes it work in reverse. I'm gonna tell you right now, boy, I started way down here. I ain't get cute till like college. It was a struggle for me all the way up and through. I mean, my kids got a good maintenance. They stay right here. They've gone, you know, depending on the day, but they staying with it with their attractiveness. I listen. I was a Jeffersons. We are moving on up, and that's how I got it. Took me a long time to get where I am now, and this ain't even that high of a level. I think we talking about ultimate attractiveness. We about right here. I'm up. I'm like that little thing on. If you ever watch The Price Is Right, and the thing be yole odele dee hoo. So by the time I hit 90, I'm killing them. I make it a 90. Man, Because a lot of things are gonna happen by then. All the more attractive men is gonna die off. The boom, things gonna change. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice with it. And Monica's self-esteem is the best kind of esteem. You hold on to that. You keep that. You hold on to that. Don't look at no baby pictures though. Wait till I'm 90. Y'all catch me in 50 years when I turn 90. Woo-wee. I'm gonna be something else. I'm being that nurse home, killing the game. Yeah. That's it. You got to sometimes, Katrina, you got to know what's going. Idris can't live forever. Morris Chestnut got to get up out of here. All of them older than me. I'm gonna be able to redefine the standard. Good morning, cuz. That's my goal. I want to live my life like my Aunt Ree. My Aunt Ree is 102. And she's so mean and surly, don't nobody want her. Heaven don't want her. Hell don't want her. So she just get to stay here. That's gonna be my goal. Live like Ree. I'm gonna get me a shirt that says live like Ree. Live like Ree. All right, I'll get ready to get out of here, man, because I need to take a nap. Son, how you progressing in there? He said something about some hemoglobin. I don't know what that means. What you say about hemoglobin? You said something about some hemoglobin. Oh. All right. We were getting there. Any questions? I hope y'all had a great day today. Y'all know what to do. Get in there before lunch. I don't know why we spend our whole lives trying to be attractive. And those of you who participate in the dirty deed, well, you spend your whole life getting yourself attractive just to make the worst faces ever when you're doing it. Get in there. How you like that? Huh? Ew, ew, ladies, you down. You make all the bad faces. You make all the bad faces. And people be like, you want to look? No, I'm going to close my eyes through this whole thing because it's just not. I don't want to see. You get to the all of that. You spent your whole life trying to be attractive. Just in there. It's crazy out here. Huh? My son is grumbling before school. I said, why do people? I just asked. Oh. Something about stress. Huh? You're under duress? A monkey with a cold? I just want y'all to know. It's just I seen it. I seen it on some videos. So I don't know. I just want y'all today before lunch, do it with a smile. I don't think that's gonna look right either. If you just out there. I guess you gotta make faces. I guess you can't. Thank you for being here. I guess. Yep. All right. I guess y'all win. You can't. With a smile on my face. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Guess that don't work. I guess that don't work, huh? I guess that's what it is. All right. Y'all win. Go out there and get some of that in there. Get some of that in there. It's going to be a great day. Great day. It's going to be a great day for y'all. I'm out. See, now here's the thing last night with the nuts. Let me tell y'all. At the beginning of the shift, I was Chick-fil-A service. Thank you. Have a fantastic day. Hey, you enjoy it now. You hear? Hey, enjoy your game. It's gonna be fantastic. Weather's nice. You guys are gonna have a great time. Hey, by the end of the night, I was McDonald's. I was like, huh? Take these. I gave my nuts away by the end of the night. All right, I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all again on tomorrow. I'm going ahead and see what kind of ruckus my child is causing.